for the while. And let me get a teacher because my notes been running and I don't want to be me. I was telling them both to see if he could put it live on my page so more people can just go to the channel. How you need to see my email? Ask friend. It was this place in Kokomo where Trin went there. Midwest Modalities. They are doing this thing that is called What's Your Story? And they are bringing people that like lifestyle changes and inspirational stories and stuff like that. It was kind of like a podcast interview thing. It was very fun to do. No, no, they just have it on their like I think only on the Facebook page and on the YouTube channel. They haven't been there trying to. I think Jumbo is gonna start helping them a little bit with that with that area right there. Well, good morning again to you guys here, and good morning to everyone watching us on YouTube and on Facebook as well today. I am very happy to be back here. I miss been sitting here and having you guys and having this gorgeous view like always. And sadly, well, I would say sadly because I've been so busy, right, that I haven't been able to come on Saturdays. But I'm like trying to manage the calendar. So in between robotics competition now it's on Saturdays, that's gonna be starting soon, and everything else that the girls were doing. But the topic for today is mindfulness and compassion. And I would say that on my way, like when I was getting ready, I'm listening to this book, which is We Are So Busy in Our Lives that we feel very empathetic and compassionate and all that when we see, for example, the news lately, right? When we see the sad stories, many families getting like separated and all the chaotic events that are happening around the world. But what would you do if one of this person come knocking at your door? Will you have the same compassion towards them because they are strangers? And when we see that on social media, when we see the news, we get all like sad and all like, oh my God, this is happening. But are we really practicing compassion? Exactly. Exactly. It's like you say, compassion is an act, is an action. It's not only exactly. Okay. So it's very important for us to understand that part because for the past 2 years I've been like I don't want to say stuck. I got so mesmerized with the practice of self-compassion. That's that's what I've been focusing my practice every single day for the past 2 years. And I found that beautiful because we can feel very compassionate for everything that is happening, for everybody that is around us. But do we practice that compassion for ourselves? It's a little bit hard because we're always thinking of all these things that are unpleasant out of our, let's just think of us as a box. Everything that happened out of our box that we see, we think and we reflect about that. We think about it in a way that, in a sense of compassion and empathy, kindness, love, even. But when we need to do that, looking inwards to our box and for ourselves, we are the worst critics for our own selves. And we don't tend to use compassion whatsoever when it comes to comfort ourselves. When it comes to say things like, for example, okay, I'm going through this event in my life. It causing me so much turmoil. It causing me so much stress. I feel like I can't bear with this anymore. But if you see somebody else going through that, you will go and offer them, a pat in the back. You will give them a hug. But we don't do that for ourselves. When we are struggling in life, we lack compassion for ourselves. We don't take that time to just step back for a second and say, okay, let me pause and let my body, let me be open so I can let myself feel all the feels, even the unwanted and unpleasant ones. Because in the end, everything is impermanent and all this will pass as well. It's not gonna stay or stuck with us forever. Unless we decide to drag it. But it's a choice that we have. And I feel that the more I practice self compassion, the more I get immersed in this beautiful practice, the more uh, openness and gratitude I carry with me. And for me, it's very sad to see all that is happening in the world right now. It's not only here in the United States, it's all over the world. And everyone individually are also struggling and fighting their own battles that we have no clue about. And if we knew, we might be able to show that person a little bit of compassion, but we don't know what's happening. So I've been putting this out there. I've been practicing self-compassion. I've been trying to carry that sense with me every single day because I know my struggles, but I don't know his struggles or her struggles on a daily basis. So sometimes we just, like we were talking, it's just a perception of how things are, of how other people are, and we don't give the grace, or we don't give ourselves the time to really get in touch of what is unwanted because it's uncomfortable to us. And it's only going through these uncomfortable spaces and the unwanted and facing those things like really and truthfully and in an authentic way that we're going to find that compassion for ourselves. And with that said, I don't know if anybody have something to add about that, but with that said, I would like to invite you to settle and to find a comfortable position, trying to keep your back straight. And if you want to close your eyes, you can close it. If not, you can gaze down to the floor, letting your arms rest on your thighs or on your knees, and gently inviting your eyelids to close, allowing gentle breaths to travel through your nose all over through your body, in and out. I would like to set an intention for this practice this morning. The intention of compassion for the self, for each and every one that is here with us today and each and every one that is watching us as well. To know, to understand and accept that even the worst things that are happening to you right now are impermanent. And that when you bring a sense of compassion inwards, your whole surroundings change. One thing I love about the practice of love and kindness and compassion is that you can get in tune with the unwanted, the unpleasant. You can view it from a whole different perspective. I would like you to invite a deep breath in through your nose, filling your belly completely, and gently letting the air out. Just continue breathing deeply and gently. without forcing, without needing to control your breath. Just noticing how it comes in and out of your body. Inviting with each inhale, cleansing life force energy. And with each exhale, releasing all that no longer serves us. All the worries, the to-do lists, the plans for the upcoming days. Just embracing the stillness of the moment with grace and with ease. As you keep breathing in and out, breathing in, I am aware I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware I'm breathing out. And I open in space within me for compassion, kindness. Just notice how your belly rises and falls with each breath. If at any time your mind becomes to bring thoughts about all the things you have to do later, just notice those thoughts and let them go. Don't judge them, either hold on to them. Just let the air travel through you and from you, knowing that we are not this body, that we're not even our mind. Allowing the breath to settle through us. Bring a sense of relaxation through our whole body. I would like to invite you now to bring your focused attention to your sit bones, your root, the lower part of your body. And just visualize the earth supporting you, letting you know that you're safe, the stillness of this moment. Connecting with a heart full of compassion to Mother Earth, letting this beautiful energy just cleanse us, to travel upwards to our legs, our sit bones and lower back, hips. Just breathing in and gently out, grounding in this moment. Knowing that all your worries are taken care of by the divine. Visualizing, releasing tension and anything that is bothering you in those areas of your body through the air. with each exhale. Visualize yourself as a tree with deep, strong roots. Breathing in, out. Letting this beautiful moment be unique. Inviting this beautiful energy to start traveling upwards to your abdomen, gently breathing in and out, infusing all these parts of your body with life force healing energy, releasing, letting ourselves be in the stillness of here and now. Allow this energy to begin to travel upwards, your heart center, inviting compassion to be with you in this moment, to travel from your root all the way up to your heart center. Letting the air in, out, without forcing, and without the need of controlling. Allowing this beautiful energy that travels through us, through our breath. Keep moving upwards through our neck, gently upwards to our face, allowing our jaw to unclench and the muscles of the face to relax. Allowing your loving attention to move upwards to the top of your head. Visualizing of this beautiful connection of love, light, and compassion next to you to the sky above the heaven and all the way down the earth. Knowing that we are all interconnected, we are all one. Breathing in and inviting with each inhale the beautiful sense of compassion into our lives. Begin to travel down towards us, through your head. Take a beautiful cleansing shower. Of loving kindness and compassion. Yourself sink into this moment. Invite to your mind the times that you have not been compassionate with yourselves, not with others, but with yourself. knowing that we are safe and supported, that our breath is our most important tool because it always leads us back home to ourselves. Visualize this beautiful energy traveling down towards you, knowing that in the stillness of this moment, we are spreading compassion from ourselves to each person in this room, creating a ripple effect that travels to the people watching us, the community, to their community. Let this beautiful sense of compassion shower you and cleanse you. Allow the breath to let this beautiful energy travel down completely towards the earth where we started. But in the beauty of this moment, just be. When that if by any moment, at any time, your mind begins to wander, you can always come back to the breath and into the practice. I would like you to let the air come in and out of your body naturally now. Just noticing your body, the sensations, or anything that arises in this moment without the need of holding on to it. Just breathing in and out, connecting with each and every one of us here. I would like you to repeat these statements in your mind as we begin sending well wishes to ourselves as an act of love and compassion. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. May I be safe. May I be compassionate towards myself so I can give compassion to others. Breathing in awareness of this moment. Inviting this beautiful energy to travel through you and from you. Creating a beautiful connection of love and gratitude to people you're sharing the space with. be healthy. May I be at peace. Be free from suffering. Be compassionate. I can spread compassion to others. Gently repeat this in your mind. Surrendering all your worries to the divine in this moment. Trusting in divine timing. Last time. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be peaceful. Be compassionate. I can give compassion to others. Let this beautiful statements travel through you and sink in as you make them your own, accepting them with love and compassion overall. Deep breath in, letting it all out. So I would like you to gently allow your love and attention begin to come back into the room, wiggling your toes, gently opening your eyes to this beautiful moment, smiling and knowing that all that you're feeling right now and all that I had arises in this moment, it's okay. Because we're all safe here. We're loved. We're surrounded in compassion and gratitude. Well, let's stretch a little bit. Anybody wants to share something before we continue? I haven't been here in a while. I would love to hear your thoughts.
Thank you very much, and we love to have you back here. Your session are always very, very relaxing for me. Your voice very gentle and warm. It's just like I just feel and relaxed. Thank you very much. I used to be more passionate towards myself, but sometimes I push myself.
Yeah, that's one thing that we do and that we sin of, I will say, because we can, like I said at the beginning, we are experts at showing compassion to other people, even to animals. We're very caring and compassionate towards them. But when it comes to ourselves, oh boy, it's so hard to just sometimes say to ourselves, okay, it's all right. You're doing great. No matter what is going on right now, things will be fine in the end. You will see. And that is something that for example, at home with my daughters, every time they come with, I just love how the ones that are not living in the house anymore, when they have issues and they are struggling, they just call me, Ma, I need you to give me advice on this and this and that. And I end up the conversations always saying that you don't need to worry that much. You know, in the end, everything's gonna be fine. You will see. And they're like, you're so optimistic. I don't know how you can be like that. And I'm like, here, like, there's nothing I can do to change that, you know? There's nothing you can do to change that. You just need to let life happen.
Worrying
Anything.
outcome.
Exactly.
I think that's right. I mean,
Worrying
the
doesn't
mind
change that.
magnifies little concerns,
Exactly.
big obstacles, and if you have faith in a higher power,
Mm-hmm.
which I think most of us do, you can take comfort in the fact that things are never as bad
As you imagine.
unless it's a life
Yes.
sentence.
Yeah, unless it's a life sentence, exactly. But it's really interesting to me because every time I discuss this topic or I bring this topic into practice of mindfulness meditation, people look at me in such a weird way. Like, I don't know how you can be. And I'm like, it's not been optimistic. It's been more realistic, I will say, because when you're really aware and you're practicing that awareness, you're taking mindfulness as a lifestyle and not only as a practice, you come to this realization, out of realization, that, oh my God, I've been drowning in a cup of water all this time. And it's like Hal just said, we tend to magnify the situations that we create in our minds because of the perspective that of how we see things and how we perceive other people, how we perceive certain events in our lives, and outside of our own selves. And we create this huge stressor in our life.
I think it's also important to understand that depending upon what you're going on in your life, you may have adversaries
Mm-hmm.
that want you to magnify these small problems.
Exactly. I know. And that is something that we need to keep in mind all the time, that not because we know we have other people kind of rooting against us in life, we can't let that energy get to us. You know, we need to be very and fully aware and have faith that all eventually will pass. Just like in Buddhism, the when they talk about impermanence, that's one thing that blew my mind up, and one thing that I make my mind, because I was like, oh my God, it's true. Nothing is gonna, not even us are gonna last forever, not even this body, and we.
Well, hey now, I'm gonna last forever.
Okay, Hal, give me the secret then.
If you look at our pictures from
Yeah.
birth till now, we are not the same person
No,
that we were at
no,
birth.
no.
And the pictures tells
We're much better looking now.
yes.
Yeah, that's something.
And
Yeah,
then
definitely.
we get worse looking as we get.
No.
It goes downhill.
Yeah, but it's
But-
it's we are
but-
constantly evolving.
Yes,
That's
we
it's it's
constantly
it's a constant change. Life, that's what life is, a constant change. And one thing that I mentioned on that interview that they did to me was like the grieving part of being sick, of having a chronic illness and all these things. And one thing I learned from that, I was like, well, I think, and I really, that's my thought, I think that when you look at grief from a sense of compassion and gratitude, your perspective changed completely. And we don't realize that we're grieving since the moment we're born. It's life is a constant grieving process, and when we don't bring that sense, that practice of compassion, we will have a miserable life every day, because we're going to be dragging all that, the uncomfortable and unwanted events of our lives. We're going to be dragging the unpleasant emotions. We're going to be dragging all the things that we dislike, because that's where sadly that's generally that's where our focus go, instead of, okay, let me look with deeper into this situation and see what it's bringing to me. But it takes a lot of practice to be able to understand life like that, not to understand, to see life like that and perceive it that way. And practicing compassion, self-compassion, is the most important thing we can do for ourselves here and now, because it will give us a whole different perspective, even not about everybody else that's around us, but about ourselves. And we start seeing that, oh, it's not as bad as I was thinking it is. You know?
Yeah, mindfulness practice is a practice.
Yes.
A learning process and a practicing process.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when I believe that we as humans will go through lives with automatic experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, but with training we can develop skills, and I believe that even when it comes to emotions,
Yep.
you have a choice.
Yes.
But if you don't practice mindfulness and awareness, you may not make the right choice.
Exactly.
And some of the emotions are automatic emotions. It's the human nature, we will say it.
Yeah.
Human nature. If something bad happens to you, all of a sudden you have fear, you have anger, you have frustration. But with mindfulness and awareness practice, we can stop that from coming with acceptance.
Exactly.
With acceptance, you don't have fear, you don't have anger, you don't have frustration. And with, like you said, with optimism, we can, instead of having those emotions, you start to have, happiness.
Yeah.
And peaceful emotion, that kind of thing. So, but if I didn't practice awareness and mindfulness, I probably would just, have fear and anger and frustration.
And lots and lots
forever,
of frustration forever.
Yeah, until that bad things goes away.
Yeah.
And then you calm down, and then you just carry on with life until another event happens. But if you practice mindfulness and compassion, you learn not to allow those.
Well, I think you were saying earlier that your daughters would call you up times the process was shown.
Yeah.
Unburdens you. It's open you up
To perspective, yes.
So those big problems maybe aren't so big.
Exactly.
So mindfulness, there's certainly a place for that, but also
Yeah.
things about communication, seeking support from others.
Yes, that's
Which I
very
guess is that other
important.
compassion part, right?
Yes. But those are teaching
moments,
teaching
yes.
moments for both
Yes.
ourselves and our children.
Yes,
I
agree.
learn a lot from my children.
Mm-hmm. I always said like that. For me, my kids had been my biggest teachers. Like every day I learn something new from them.
Especially Paul.
Yes, especially Paula.
As
Ask Jumpo.
cookie.
Ask Jumpo about it. Like she's like she has a little bit of the other three, like in different ranges, and it's really interesting to see that. Like, but she's very much like the oldest one. Like they're like, it's amazing how they don't have the same dad and they.
What's the term? Old soul?
Yes, that kid is an
intelligent old
yes,
soul.
highly intelligent also. Let's just say it like that. Yeah, I was telling her that she's reading the Odyssey. Yeah, but anyways,
I haven't even read the Odyssey. Maybe I did. I just can't remember.
Yeah, probably. But it's really interesting, and that's something that I try to teach. And when I go and teach like kids, for example, that's something that I always bring into every session with them, because I believe that the earlier you teach them these tools, these techniques, these skills, the better they will learn and the better they will, manage their own like lives. And I've seen that at my house with our daughter. We see how sometimes she's like, oh my goodness, whatever happened to her at school, and she's like, whoever was drowning, and I just told them like this and this and this and this and that, and I'm here like, yeah, I've heard you say those things, and I practice that as well, so I can teach others too. It's interesting. It's interesting, and the most one of the most important things in life right now in these times that we're living, I believe, is having that sense of self-compassion, is practicing that awareness and acceptance. And like I said, like every time I bring the topic of acceptance doesn't mean that you have to love what is happening to you or like it. No, that's not what it is. You are just kind of okay-ish, knowing that, okay, this is happening, there's nothing I can do about it, so let it just happen. It's like I mentioned before. If we let give life permission to unfold and happen to us instead of us wanting to control the outcome of every single situation, life will be less stressing. And you will have more time to bring these practices of awareness, self-love, self-compassion into your life in a more in a more in-depth like way.
That's where that trust in a higher power comes in handy.
Yes.
You let go of the control thing,
Yeah,
somebody's watching.
exactly. Exactly. And I do believe that everything happens in divine timing, and that the universe or God or whoever, however you want to call this magnificent force that is way bigger than us, it's always supporting us. It's always there for us. It's always like I'll just say, having our back. Just say it like that. Well, let's stand up so we can practice some walking meditation. We can stretch our legs, and then we're gonna do a little standing meditation and be good. So for those who are watching and have no clue what we do with walking meditation, it's a beautiful grounding practice, let's just say. I love it. But you take a breath in, and let's just start this way. So hold, you're leading. Breathing in one step and breathing out the other one. Allowing and noticing your feet on the ground. Remembering that we are always supported by divine guidance, by the earth. And just notice the sensations on your feet. Your feet feel a little tense, and that's okay. Breathing in and gently out. In deep, gentle breaths. Just moving gently and slowly. Letting your whole body be present. Be still as you move. Just visualizing once again with every step you take, your connection with the earth. Like roots that are deep in the ground and strong to support the rest of your body. We're gonna go around 2 more times. And I'm doing walking meditation. I love to visualize like the earth coming up towards the soles of my feet, all of the way up to my crown. Cleansing me and connecting me with everything that there is. Walking meditation is a beautiful practice of balance and grounding. It helps us center, and it's something that we can do even if we're carrying our laundry basket. This will be our last round. Taking deep breaths in, gentle, slow exhales. Maybe you're just like me right now, mesmerized with the beauty of the sun being out. The snow, the squirrels, and the birds. Find the area you were sitting and stay standing as we do a gentle practice now, standing. Not all the time. We want to meditate all the time sitting down or lying down, right? We like to do what feels good for us and what is comfortable, but sometimes we also need to be standing and to let this beautiful energy that we create when we come together in meditation and mindfulness, right? To just travel through us and create ripple effects that spread all over, like with us right here, with everybody else that watches us. So I would like you to stand with your feet hip wide apart, let your arms rest on your side, and invite your eyes to gently close. Just noticing how your feet feel. Maybe your shoulders want to roll up, back, and down. Giving yourself a little stretch and permission to just be present with your body. Noticing the air. How it rises and falls in your belly. If you feel like that you're locking your knees, try to lose them a little bit. This is a practice of relaxation, not of tension, remember. Just let ourselves be here with openness, with an open heart to receive the blessings of this day. allowing the breath to come in and out of our body. Noticing the coldness or the warmness of the air as it comes in and out of our nose. Just letting the body be still here. Allowing your belly to be the only thing that is moving in your body right now. Just in the air cleanses, feeling each cells of our body with new and renewed oxygen. I would like you to visualize with each exhale all our worries traveling down towards our body, to our feet, and just planting them down on the ground, releasing them to the divine, surrendering into this moment of love and compassion, knowing that each breath we take is a beautiful act of love towards ourselves. Add in the air, come in and gently out. Breathing in, I am aware I'm breathing in. Out. I am aware I'm breathing out. And I'm allowing love and compassion to travel through me. Embrace this moment with openness, gratitude. Releasing all the worries and all that it was. Embracing grace what it is. Knowing that each moment is unique and is your own. We all experience life from a different perspective. Because of our experiences. Breathing in, letting all the air out. Knowing how beautiful this moment of togetherness feels for us. Now invite your listening skills now to just be with you and just let the air come in and out of your body naturally. And just listen. Letting the sound travel through you. Feeling this beautiful frequency bathe you, cleanse you. As it travels from your ears and through your whole body. Feeling the vibration. And grounding ourselves in the stillness of this beautiful moment to moment experience we're sharing here and now. Taking a deep breath in and blowing all the air out through your mouth. Repeating that 2 more times. Deep breath in, blowing all the air out. One last time, deep breath in. And on the breath out, bringing your arms all the way up to the sky. Taking a deep stretch. Opening your eyes and smiling at this beautiful moment. Well, I think we're done practicing for today. This was lovely and beautiful. So thank you. Thank you, Judy, for being here. Thank you, you too. I haven't seen you forever and I just love being back here. And thanks to the people watching us. And like I always say, remember to think happy thoughts, speak kind words, and always, always have a grateful heart. Thank you all. Yeah.